Alright guys, welcome. Rolls and Rambles, episode 9. Big crowd today. We've got Professor Octavio here from America, from Dallas in Texas.
Not technically from Dallas.
Not technically. Based. And then we've got Manon here, as previous student of Professor Octavio. We've got Professor D'Angelo, who's one of the head instructors at Shanghai BJJ with us, and Harry, who you've seen before in a previous episode. He's also a previous student of Professor Octavio here. So, Professor Octavio, thank you very much. He's just finished a seminar.
Yes, clinic.
Clinic, yeah.
Yeah, I have to update you so much.
So, I suppose the first question we always ask our guests is, where did you start Jiu Jitsu? How did it all begin for you?
Where? When I start?
Yeah, where and when did it begin for you?
Well, how old are you?
32.
32.
Yeah.
You're exactly my age of Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, okay.
I've been 32 years in Jiu-Jitsu. You're exactly, that's relatively long. Yeah. But it's been 32 years doing Jiu-Jitsu. So I started, was 1988, 1987, 1988. And then in fact I started with Marcos Vinicius as a judo. So I didn't start in Jiu-Jitsu. I started when I was in the high school doing judo. That's a program that private school over there in Brazil, Notre Dame, over there in Ipanema. And the black belt in judo, Marcos Vinicius, that was black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, but that time he was a blue belt in Jiu-Jitsu. That's very already a passion to the ground game, to the neowaza type of thing. And there, literally, our classes, very nice class, it was always a great professor. We did a little bit of stand-up and then went to the ground right away, you know. So that was for 6 months. So as the summer vacation came up, I born and raised in Ipanema. That a lot of Jiu-Jitsu came from there, the Grace. I had a gym over there that's nearby my home. That's Romel do Jacaré Cavalcante Jiu-Jitsu. That is the highest ranking alliance, everything. At that time, we didn't have no alliance. It was a Jacaré Jiu-Jitsu. So they initiated over there in 1988, like in the beginning of summer from the end of 88, beginning of 1989. Because you have to think that about over there in Brazil, the year starts in January. It's not so much like in Europe, it starts like in September. I still remember that even was over there in 1989, I saw Fábio Gurgel got his black belt.
Wow.
I still saw him as a brown belt, and because we live close by, I still remember him when he was a purple belt.
Wow.
So, it's been 32 years.
Wow.
Cigars, man. Cigars, crazy.
So, off camera, we had an interesting kind of facts from Manon here, so I'm going to pass it over to Manon. You were saying about how kind of Professor here was kind of one of the originators of kind of training. And so do you want to elaborate a little bit more?
So what happened is about 3 years ago when I first invited, Professor Octavio first came to Hong Kong, and I realized that Professor D'Angelo liked his picture and was like, "Oh, Master, you're coming to Hong Kong." I was like, "Whoa, okay, what's going on?" I didn't know there was this connection, and I knew about Harry, but I didn't know about Professor D'Angelo. And turned out that Professor Octavio was the person who took Fernando Tedede off the streets and put him in Jiu-Jitsu. And of course, Fernando Tedede went on to become world champion and taught a lot of, instructed himself, including Professor D'Angelo, Andre Galvao, and he has also taught the Vieira brothers, and so Checkmat. Yeah. Checkmat, Altos. Who else, Professor? Who else?
So, yeah.
It's okay. I have a lot of
okay. I appreciate so much you guys put in that category that I taught. I don't see much that way. I see more that for example, Léo Vieira. I was blue belt. Léo was like recently like orange belt, and then he will the kids class. Léo Vieira, Ricardo Vieira, and others like Felipe Costa was in the class, Chico Mendes, And then we had the class for the kids. Always, passion jiu-jitsu, always want to be on the gym. Like today, that you have some blue belts that help assist in the kids' class. Yeah, always a little older than in the age, so always be able to be the assistant in the class. It was a good hands-on to helping them on the path of jiu-jitsu. About Fernando Tererê, that I brought him, like taking him from the streets, yeah, but it was more, the very last aspect was not just only him, was Fernando Tererê and two more kids, there Humberto, that you know very well, and Nélio. All those three, they are not that they live in streets, but in Brazil, a lot of kids over there, to make some extra money, they help people to park the cars. They got some tips. And instead of those two, they always helping them, like people parking the car and make some money. And then I'm back and forth to the gym all the time, in gear, on the arm, they know me. Over there in Brazil, had in Rio de Janeiro specifically, having the type of dialect, more like is more slang, that you say the words in the opposite way. So my nickname is Ratinho, that means little mouse. And they call me Chinha, that's opposite way. Chinha, yeah. And all the time I was walking, Chinha, you jiu-jitsu, teach me surfing, you wanna go there, teach me surfing. That passing, I said, come on guys.
Just popular
You know. Mas só espécie podem do. You don't see if you wanna do. And they all the time they ask me. Until one day I surprised them. Okay, you wanna go? And they're like, what? We can go? I said, I know. I'm not sure if you guys can go. I was brown belt, but I'm instructor over there. The gym was in Leblon, nearby Toco e Rodrigo, that's nearby the Nova Geração, same neighborhood. And I was a brown belt in the gym that's called Strike. That is me, Muso de Angelis, was Roberto Driving, Alexandre Paiva, that's one of the head coaches of Alliance. Francisco Canepa was one of also. And then I came to there, I asked, hey, we have 3 kids over there, they are parking the cars, I think I'd like to give you the opportunity to try the kids' class. And they look at me like, man, really? But when you're here in Leblon, we have so many people like you, if you're like, different financials.
Yeah. Right.
So they are a little concerned to me. I said, guys, I trust on the kids, if you guys would like, you guys can deduct it from my already small payment. Okay. I don't know, really. And when the kids went over there, all 3, they are very nice kids, especially Tererê was always laughing, and they get along very well, and then from there they start. Tererê became very famous in Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah. But the other two too, especially Humberto became a black belt too, and then he's a very nice, as his family, he's an entrepreneur too. Through the Jiu-Jitsu, he's able to change his life, he got education, everything. And the other one too, Nélio, he didn't become a black belt, but he went up to purple belt. Same thing, he's a very good businessman, he hosts the things they give the support in the beach that you need, like a kiosk on the beach.
Right.
He's managed 1, 2, or 3. He also through the Jiu-Jitsu they gave you the responsibility, overcome obstacles. And that is very nice. But
you opened the door for me, for my brothers.
But I have to be very true. When I did that, I never had the idea or the intention that, that's going to be that way. No, it's completely a consequence of the facts of they are insistent, and they always knew them for already many years, saw the attitude day by day, and they said, okay, why not? Let me ask.
But as a brown belt, you probably saw that BJJ kind of helped you yourself, right? As you reach brown belt, I mean, even as blue belt myself, I do feel that it does bring me a different perspective in terms of how I handle things.
No, that's for sure. As we move on, not just in the life, also in Jiu-Jitsu, it's funny because when I think about that time, even my mind changed a little bit, because today it's easy that we say BJJ, But when I think about that time, we never said BJJ because we're in Brazil. So I don't use the word Brazil, but just Jiu-Jitsu. It's so interesting because when I think about the past, I don't say so much BJJ, I say more Jiu-Jitsu.
Right.
But it's like I'm just turned 48 years old. I've been doing Jiu-Jitsu for BJJ, Jiu-Jitsu, for 32. If I like or not, it's a huge influence that who I am today.
Yep.
So when I was a brown belt, that was 1993. How old are you?
I'm 28, so I was 2 back then.
Yes. So
2 years old.
1993, I already felt I was 22 years old, brown belt, already doing Jiu-Jitsu since 1988. So I was already had a big influence that in way to think, in way to acting, your habits, and also to something that you like to do it, you have the passion to do it, and then you wanna pass through to the other people. Your friends enjoy too.
Yeah.
You wanna come on, man. I wanna choke someone that I really know. Come over here. I wanna choke you too.
So Kaiki mentioned that he did a class with you one time, and then he also mentioned that you also had the chance to kind of train with Holmes Gracie, or you were in the same environment?
It's in the lineage.
Okay.
Kaique, D'Angelo, with Professor Rodrigo Medeiros, that we know each other.
Brazil many gyms
Back in the days, yeah.
Yeah, it's nearby. You can see you guys every day in the lunch, you go to the beach.
Yeah, it's the same neighborhood, but the same close, man. So close by.
Okay.
So crazy,
And-
so popular.
And then we knew each other over there from the relationship because we are in the age related to also Francisco Albuquerque, né? Toco, that was business partner of Rodrigo. Me and Toco, we were on the same rank, was on the same rank, he also on the same weight division.
Master Talk,
So
né?
we compete.
Have a video, the name is Confraria da Porrada in Brazil, look at
Yeah, like
Master Talk for Ratinho, it's the best fight for your life. My best fight in my life is my challenger. The name is Ratinho, man. This guy, fuck. Cassius Grace talking, Cassius kill you. You fight this guy, man. I kill him. That's so hard. Ratinho's amazing.
So that's back that. So that brings also was their rivalry in a good way, because for all those the Carson Gracie, especially with the Jacaré Jiu-Jitsu people over there, we need a rivalry. That was that time was a lot versus Carson, because Carson is the top one over there, to help to how Gurgel became Gurgel, Trav became Traving, and Alexandre Paiva became Alexandre Paiva, and all the rivalry. You don't grow. So, me and Toco, we were on the same weight division. Rodrigo was a little bit more heavy than us at that time. And we already knew each other over there from this one.
Young is so big.
But when Kaique was same what is like you had Carson Grace, all the lineage on the Carson Grace. He holds Grace, the one the Grace that passed away in the high line accident. Was because they used to split the mat.
Yeah, so
The Carson Grace like in the days.
it was like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
E Jacaré, E Jacaré, my professor, Romero Cavalcante Jacaré,
He is so big.
he was one of the black belts of the Horse Grace. That he just promotes, if I'm not wrong, 6 black belts. Jacaré was one of them. He passed away in 1982, accidentally. E Jacaré opened his own gym. That was the size of that gym over here, exactly the size of that gym. It was very small.
Master, né?
Yes.
Master Strike.
No, before Master Strike was Jacaré Jiu-Jitsu, was the size of this. In 1985, that they opened. So as you see, Horse passed away, 3 years. After that, he opened one gym.
Em cima do Banco do Brasil.
E above of the Carinhoso.
So small,
yeah. And he also, Jacaré, when Horse passed away, everybody was kind of like the train with horse was a little off, like, oh man, what are you going to train now? Some of them stayed with Carson. Some of them, they kind of like follow the path of Carlos Gracie Jr. The Carlos Gracie Jr. decided to move to Barra da Tijuca. That's further away in the area that was in development of the Rio de Janeiro. So some of them follow the path too.
Oh, wow. Oh, right.
E Jacaré decides to embrace to open his own gym. Because he was on horse, he was like, went back to Academia Grace, that Hicks was teaching there.
Yeah. Kaiki mentioned that.
Yes, and then, so after that, a little bit, Master Helio Gracie was like, put like, in a way, like, okay, guys, if you are black belt, you already has your own gym you're teaching, you cannot be here.
Oh, wow, okay. So is that when the kind of the rivalry began? And then...
Oh no, the rivalry, man.
Way before.
Look, what I'm saying is like, in terms of the reason, what I'm saying, that's important, I think, to put on the video, and not say that I know the truth, or that's the truth, or that's not true. It's from my point of view, from what I heard, what I saw, and what I studied to. Starting from the rivalry, the way that I see it, start when Carson Gracie decides that's natural, moving on. In terms of like, okay, I want to open my own place. Not close to the place that was Academia Grace, that was in downtown. Was already in the Zona Sul, that means the coast over there, that was Copacabana. Is in that time, if I'm not wrong, I think it was 1906 when he opened his own gym. That area was overcome, was growing over there. And they didn't want to open in the same downtown to not compete directly with the Academy Grace. The Helio Gracie was the master of that class, was the first one of the main head coaches over there. But he wanted the desire to open his own place. Because the structure over that time was more private classes. It was a very small group class, was more in between them.
It's more for like better off people, right? Rather than just like the general.
Yes, it was more, exactly. It was more, it's a lot of one-on-one class. It's like you go to a dentist. It's one after the other. Boom, 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 boom. In a very nice format, like, very organized in terms of the plan of the classes, the frequency, database. We talk about 1960s.
Wow.
Very, very, very. You would see in YouTube some videos that time, everything. And Carson is a new professor, he very like a fighter, represents the name of the family. He was in the desire to open his place. It's very natural. But Helio was not much in favor of that. So like, but his father Carlos was like, Helio, let it go, let it do it. Carson moved to Copacabana, open his place, and the Helio was like, I'm gonna show you that, my students over here is gonna be always better than your students. Because was like, I'm gonna show that my students is gonna be better than your kids. And that's becoming the rivalry, That's becoming the rivalry. In a good way. Because the rivalry.
I think, like you said,
we do not sit down here today talk about that.
And like you said, it helps people grow, makes you get better. You need to improve.
Any sport, any sport. You take any sport, the history of that sport, any big champion has to say like, hey man, if you didn't have that rivalry, probably will not be that good the way that it is.
That's what makes the sport good, right? You wouldn't care if it was just one guy dominating.
Absolutely. How we
Is-
evolve.
Is that the reason why? Because I heard that you competed a lot as well.
Yeah.
That's probably also the reason why you wanted to grow further in the Jiu Jitsu game, because you could then be challenged by people that you probably didn't know.
Yeah, I think it's coming like in the different phases. Also, the timing of that. If I was talking about 1960, now we're moving forward to the 1990s, over there, the beginning of the 90s. and those 10 years for the 90s to the early 2000s, in terms of competition, Jiu-Jitsu grows a lot. Exponential was a lot. Even is the year that before was only private events and became more official through the Confederation Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the CBJJ. And then in 1996 that started, no, before the first Pan Ams, I believe that's 1994 in the United States over there, through the Machados that was already there, like Rui Machado, help Carlos Gracie Jr. to make the Pan Ams. And they started the seed of the IBJJF, that's the National Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation. So exactly at that time over there, competition was boom, boom. So it's natural, we train, everything, have the rivalry. It's like, man, go to compete. Sometimes not because we want, because Jacaré say, hey, I put a name over there. Oh, really? He didn't ask me? No.
Off you go.
It's like, I'll figure it out. So it's more like, if you didn't have much chance there, you want to compete? Would you like to compete? You know, it's,
Go represent this.
live on the board. You're here. Yes.
So is that where your nickname came from? Is that in
Oh,
terms of
no.
your style of jiu-jitsu?
No.
Okay.
Oh, man, that's a funny story. Ratinho means little mouse. So I have a big brother,
Okay.
4 years older than me, never done a jiu-jitsu. He's the rat.
Okay.
So, because they had the buck teeth.
Okay.
And he's 4 years older than me, but we are very close brothers. I was always with him, like be on the beach, everything. So, the older brother and the little brother follow. So people are like, oh, look, the rat's coming. Rat's coming. Oh, the little rat also too. So they coming that way.
Oh, I thought it, for some reason I thought it was like
So many people
something to do in
thought,
terms of your
yes,
jiu-jitsu.
no, so many people
Yeah, I also
thought
thought it was
that.
related to BJJ.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
it's they clear. It's
Just younger brother.
Younger brother.
younger brother.
You was. So Harry, how did you meet?
Marcus.
How did you
It's
meet?
the name of my brother.
Mark is his name. Mark is the name of my son.
Yes,
Oh,
Bushesha.
the true one because it's like that.
well, it means like chubby cheeks, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my, the true one. The one in jiu-jitsu, no, I know it. So he doesn't have the bochecha, the true cheeks. The bochecha just for the nickname.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, Harry, how did you meet Professor here?
Yeah, so my jiu-jitsu instructor at first semester was Marcus Vinicius, who was Octavio's judo coach.
Yes.
Back at college, right? In the
Yeah, back
80s.
now in high school.
High school in the 80s. So he was a black belt in judo and a blue belt in jiu-jitsu and introduced Ratinho to grappling. And
Yep.
then I met Ratinho when he came to the US in 2007. And he arrived at our gym, and then I've known him ever since, around 12 years ago.
So that was the first time you moved to the US then, 2007 or?
That first time that I moved for good in the US. I just left big gym in Barra Tijuca with so many students for nothing. To start over.
again.
Yeah, to start over again.
What gym was this?
Oh my God.
Axie.
AKXE.
Oh.
E.
Open again.
Yeah.
Start again.
Yeah, it's never closed.
Never close.
Just grow even more.
This is the best place in the.
We opened in 1993, same time of our
This
lives.
guy help tererê help us. Because I never go swimming pool, I never go for the good horas I go. Because this guy, they go, follow me, let's go.
Yeah,
Axe.
was a big
Axe
club.
is a big club, man. Hours for me, my friend, young is just,
They love to be in the jacuzzi, have time to go there, say, the guys,
Jacuzzi?
yeah.
Jacuzzi inside the
Yeah.
We should get one.
the club is famous, man.
It was a sport club, and then we had the room for have the mats over there, but it was a sport club.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Ah, so Professor, you would train and then go.
Oh, they love it.
Place for
Yeah, someone like it up.
go.
Yeah.
Follow me.
The Angelo seems Bella, but he's hanging out in the country.
The jacuzzi like, you
VIP
know,
in
the,
the sports club. Chilling in the jacuzzi after class.
Yeah.
I got it.
you saw that? So I changed that everything there
Yeah.
to go to United States are like, oh man, what I gonna teach now? And then so nice, Marcos Vinicius opened the door to me over there, and then said, hey, so nice that you're here, and then he was like, hey, a lot of times I like travel, so might be good, I can use over here, like maybe you can cover my classes I travel, and then I did a deal with him that I was able to teach a private lessons, and then instead of giving the commission, some commission to him, that's very fair, I was cover his classes when he travels. So it's work both over there. And I was able also to open a early morning class. I think he'll be on my class over there. He didn't have any early morning class because he was already working a lot. I said, oh, you don't mind if I open an early morning class that I can teach? And that was great.
So was Harry a good student? Was he?
Oh yes. No, it's not because he's here. He was a good student. He was a good student. He was asking questions right there from the beginning, and then I think my English now is way better than that time, right? So he was asking questions when I was like, just say book on the table, that type of thing, and then we make a joke of the book on the table because I have a course, English course in Brazil started is the book is on the table. Yeah. So start learning prepositions.
So I was a second year uni student.
Okay, was that your first ever kind of introduction to Jiu Jitsu?
First, yeah.
Oh,
okay,
yeah. And first martial arts?
No, I was doing taekwondo for a long time. Yeah.
What happened to taekwondo?
I got in a street fight and then someone dumped me on the ground and then I was
Oh, no way!
and I'm like,
No way!
I'm like, yeah, this is not gonna work out for me. So I found, so then I got exposed to the world of ground fighting. Everyone has
Where's
one
where?
story.
Oh yes, for sure. That was where?
Somewhere in college.
Over there in the United States?
Yeah, in the US. Yeah. But,
To make sure that we're here in Hong Kong now.
Did you go to USC or?
USC. Yeah.
Okay, damn dangerous.
So it's like eye-opening.
Eye-opening.
I just got taken down.
Yeah.
My taekwondo's not
Not
great.
gonna work. Yeah.
Wow.
But I think globally you have a really great reputation as one of the best instructors, especially what you're doing now as a global consultant. I think it comes down a lot to your philosophy, and one of the things you told me about was like Jiu-Jitsu for you is dynamic meditation.
Yes.
Can you touch upon and expand on that for everyone?
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate. Also, just before I go that, also this is the way that I met also Manon.
Yeah.
First time over there was my time in Los Angeles.
You met in US actually.
Yes.
So I found out Manon knew Professor, Harry knew Professor, D'Angelo knew Professor, Kaiki knew Professor.
But you didn't know me.
I don't know. Only until you came to Hong Kong.
Yeah, right. That's a Jiu-Jitsu network.
Yeah.
6 people from everyone.
Yeah.
True, right?
And you've all merged into one club. It's crazy. So yeah, Manon, how did you? Before we move on to the kind of global consultation, how did you?
So I first met Professor Octavio in 2009 in the pit in Malibu. The pit was one the Chuck Liddell, MMA gym, the same affiliation, but under John Hackman. And they had a jiu-jitsu program, and I was interested in learning jiu-jitsu because it's just different, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have to. Drove by there, and Professor Octavio was teaching there 2 nights a week.
Yeah, 2 nights a week. Because they didn't have the Jiu-Jitsu program.
Yeah, they did
Was
not have
the Master Kumaric
Yeah.
over there. And there was me literally drop off my curriculum under the door, knock the door in the Malibu area because I was looking to teach an area over there in Los Angeles that was not be nearby Marcos Vinicius because it would be that competition that's not ethical, And then I was like, okay, which place that I should go? And then I figured out about Malibu. If Marcos told me, Malibu, man, something that doesn't have much. I figured out there is the pit.
Yeah.
Malibu, I search, I say, oh yeah, they do have a Jiu-Jitsu program, but they're already like relative to the hell, they're already doing some ground. I think I literally got my curriculum type out through Rebecca, that's Olympia's mother, that also she does Jiu-Jitsu, a brown belt, and then she's a lawyer, so she knows how to write very nicely. I was go there and they put like, because with my phone number, everything, and then he called me. And I said, oh, look, we could meet, and then we met. He said, look, I cannot hire you, but we have a free space here 2 nights a week. If you like to try, if you like to experiment that, I said, no, I'm no more. And he was able to announce, and he's in Pepperdine University. He saw the announcement. Oh, I'm gonna try the jiu-jitsu. He literally was one of the with the first or two students.
Yeah.
Oh, not many.
There were like
No.
2 students.
Wow.
Every now just 2 students.
Who are the other two?
There was one kid called Dylan.
Yeah.
He stopped training.
Yes.
And then Luis
Luis
was a
yes.
brown belt under Vonda.
He was a purple belt at that time, I think.
Brown. Purple
Vonda-
just turned brown, and then John Chalk Machado, and then he went to Todd Nathanson in the Valley.
Yes.
Who's now Fadas under the Fadas lineage.
Yeah.
And he's a first ever black belt now.
And the gym was also that size. Over there. Over there, the Malibu, the gym was that size.
Yeah, that's right.
So like that
All
size.
gym, looking at the seat.
But the beach is right there.
Oh, no, yes.
Take the key off and just go.
Instead of look at the wall over there, or to look at the near of
That was amazing.
the pier,
Yeah.
was amazing.
Well, so Manon is that your first introduction to jiu-jitsu?
Yes, that's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, you're very knowledgeable about jiu-jitsu. Yeah. Man. Maybe you should be a permanent member on the podcast.
But you know what that's
You can slide your CD under our door. We'll say yes anyway.
you know the interesting aspect was his first introduction. Then I was already teaching in a concept way. So he he thought that was every place would be that way. So when he started doing jiu-jitsu other place, he started maybe that. I think that Octavio tricked me. Like it's not.
Like his warm-ups were different.
Okay.
His warm-ups a little different than other
It's
people.
just,
His stuff, there's
Oh, man.
no
Pushing.
pushing people. It was like framing with palm.
Yeah.
Push yourself like, no one does that.
But at least the one who were rolling was working. So that gave the credibility. I think that back to the aspect exactly that you.
What was that quote? That was really nice quote.
It's called dynamic meditation.
Yes. As I became jiu-jitsu exploded, literally it's exploding everywhere in the world. Since 1993 with the first VHS, UFC, everything. And as I got my black belt in 1996, I started also seeing with a lot of people more the international aspect of jiu-jitsu. That's not into the US, everything. I started teaching back at that time, seminars that I don't call seminars anymore, I call as a clinic, and I explain that a little bit. In international in 2003. Then that was Venezuela, Caracas. Then from there went Europe, Scandinavia, and the countries over there in Europe, Italy, especially Italy, US. So, but I was ahead in my gym, and then travel like a lot of professors doing. As my consultants, that I call as a consultant, now grow a lot, I decided to take the risk again, like moving from established gym to
New venture.
like I met you and I met you. So, be literally a global consultant. So today's Saturday.
Yeah.
Today is 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Last Saturday, I taught my clinic over there in Stockholm.
Oh.
In Stockholm.
How
And-
clinic now, man?
Oh,
This year.
This year.
How many
is it
clinics
this
have you done
year?
this year? Yeah.
I have it to count, but it's about 80.
So when Nan told me it's
Yeah.
around that number, and I was like, really? That's
Yes.
amazing. I was like,
Last year, I taught 140 clinics
Whoa. In all different places.
globally.
Wow.
Globally. So this week, I started. This week, I started exactly in 1 week. I taught in Stockholm, in Sweden. Then I taught in Germany. Taught a little bit in Italy. And now I just taught in Hong Kong
So cool.
in 1 week. So that brings me the aspect that I'm in a lot of airports, a lot of airplanes, And I meet a lot of people, you know, and the people, what do you do? Because I travel a lot, so I have sometimes the not say privilege, but the facility to go some lounges, and then sometimes those lounges help me because I can get a shower, everything, like totally fresh parts.
Yeah.
But in that aspect, you meet some people, they will start talk, they look at me sometimes for the years, they say, oh man, you're a fighter. I said, okay, just look at the ears, but you didn't saw the gray hair, right? So, no, I'm not. Okay, but you, like a boxing form? I said, no, I'm a consultant. Ah, consultant? Oh.
CIA?
Yeah, like that, consultant, that's like that. So, consultant, yeah. Which industry? I said, martial arts industry. Whoa! You're a dangerous person. I said, which part the consultant did he understand? Yeah, it's good. And then people get more curious, and then people try to say, okay, but can you tell me more? I say, look, that's the part of the way that I see approach it, that's not just explain people, is the most, Jiu Jitsu doing grappling is the most dynamic way to meditate. In the sense of meditation. What is the meditation aspect? It's always to try to maintain your brain with your body, on the way that kind of like you empty your brain, but at the same time you full with yourself. That's right. And then people do meditation a lot of passive way. Yeah? The yoga is a little bit more active way. You have to focus your brain and everything. And then Jiu-Jitsu, it's impossible. And then I challenge anyone that does Jiu-Jitsu to experiment that. As you rolling, try to think about the emails that you have to send. Try to think about the activities that you have to do a little bit in your office or after office, or just like what your wife told you before you went to the gym, try to recreate that in your mind as you're rolling.
You can think about it, but you're going to tap a lot.
Yeah. That's the point. If you want to think about it, because someone is like this, you can't. Because the contact brings the brain to be on your body on the body. Even if you want the brain to the signal, that's neurologically speaking. Yeah. Because search that a little bit.
There with this problem.
Exactly. It's on at that time. Because you feel that. So that is a meditation form. Not very dynamic. Because bringing the psychological aspect, someone try to choke you, you go in that instincts of surviving, that you have to avoid the use of instinct.
Yeah.
Because if you should instinct to be the solution, we are all black belts.
Yeah.
We're all masters. It's about to be understanding the consciousness to block the instinct in methodology, with the method. The angles, how you address that problem.
Yeah.
So, it's a meditation. So that's becoming the most dynamic way to meditate so far.
Very interesting.
Because it's...
a lot of people day to day, they try to meditate, but they can't find this like present moment, right?
Yeah.
And Jiu-Jitsu just immediately
brought
puts you
you
in there.
in that hour, you know that you grapple over there,
Yeah, reset your brain.
it's right there. Reset your brain for
Everything
outside.
else,
Yeah, you have to be in the moment, right? That's the
If you want or not, you're gonna be in the moment.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
because the person is like to hold over there. So you cannot be like it. Right, experiment that. When you guys rolling one day, some like good intention of your rolling. Try to think about the emails that I have to say and what you read.
Yeah.
Like if you can, like maybe you sit down, get a book, read like 2 pages of the book. Try to remember exactly what those 2 pages before you roll. And then during the roll, try to think about those 2 pages. You're gonna think like you can't.
Yeah.
That's very interesting because even talking about doing a technique in BJJ, right? So maybe I haven't practiced enough and I want to try to do it. Once someone touched me, I can't think of the technique anymore because I haven't done it enough.
Yes.
It's engraved. So I'm in that moment basically. So
Yes.
I'm just trying to handle that challenge in that moment.
That's right.
Very interesting. Yeah.
That's right. It's the perception that as we are mammals in the body. One, skin is the biggest organ that we have in our body. In the skin, it's full of receptors. So is the big receptor that we have about it, that the brain, be the cockpit, is gonna understand what I've been receiving from the biggest organ of the body, the skin. That touch, pressure, hold.
Stimulates the mind, stimulates the
Exactly,
body.
man. If you put a brain, I would love maybe in the science later on, if someone would like to do that, would be nice. See that? If you'll be able to have some sort of a scanner
And to see what's going on.
be able to scan the brain as the person rolling.
Wow.
Man, I would see the connective.
Machine.
Yeah, yes. I would see the connective. The brain works in the areas would be like amazing. Like would be like boom.
Yeah, the mind.
So, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
When someone wanted to choke you, the how, or maybe even when you start to like be strangle, and then you start to like pass out a little bit, how the brain works exactly to shutting down the body to preserve the brain. Because that's exactly what you do. We don't control that. It's all self-defense mechanism, automatic mechanism.
I really like that quote. Dynamic meditation.
The most dynamic way to meditate.
Because actually I find Jiu Jitsu as a form of kind of, like you said, meditation, or a film of escapism from any stress that I had at work. It's my place to reset my mind.
Great clarity of mind.
I showed you that.
And in terms of the global consultant, what you say, independent that within Asia, independent that with I was in Scandinavia or in the scene of Europe.
I say with this going for the BJJ, the BJJ or calm.
Yes, it's
The balloon is always first quarter. The BJJ just
the influence that who helps you become, that over stress of the work, everything. And then I still like, I see that same pattern benefit if I be in the United States, when I was in Brazil, when I be in Scandinavia, when I be in Asia, when I be like in Italy, North, Central, or Germany, or Spain, or Belgium. We are equals in that sense, People that do jiu-jitsu, they always share the same, it's very common benefit, number one benefit that people say, oh man, I like it because it's my time, But you're not doing that single individual, you're doing that social aspect. How often maybe you guys got a new student over there, and then we start training the person, okay, we teach a little bit over here, and let's say the class, Professor Angelo was teaching like how to, for new students understand the triangle. And then you're a high belt, you try to help over there, the white belt try to get the triangle, you adjust, boom, they choke you, yeah, go, choke, you tap. So literally, you just surrender from a strength that could kill you. You don't even know the name of the person that did on you.
That's right.
They will kill like, hey, what's your name again?
Yeah.
Look at how you got at that point of in terms of trust, without that you even know the name of the person.
Right. Amazing.
I think that's why the BJJ community it's very tight, right? So even if you go abroad, like you go to any like BJJ gym, the community is always there, and that's so important.
As a global consultant, I see that a lot. People say, because sometimes I receive messages, and you guys feel free to message me anytime. You're like going to Europe or whatever. Professor, I'm going to be in Spain. Do you know any place over there? And I always say, look, guys, Google a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I was like, check it out. Go. One thing, it's always happen. One, you go any jiu-jitsu place, do the proper thing like email before, give some heads up, everything. You're gonna see the people always open arms. Nice. Oh, nice. Oh, from Hong Kong, you're gonna train a little bit? Yeah, come over there. They're gonna train hard, for sure. They're gonna smash you, gonna make you like a pancake. You're gonna try to catch your arm away.
You're welcome.
You know how to tap, that's fine. But after the class is done over there, usually the people say, hey man, where are you at? I'm here in that hotel. Hey man, try to go to that restaurant. go this, you really be able to be in the locals.
That's true.
Something that tourism industry today try to give you more the sense that try to be a local, not try to be a tourist.
Yeah.
And the Jiu-Jitsu already doing that easy.
Yeah. Deep dive into the culture.
Oh man, dive in the culture right there. Or you dive, or you drag, or you choke, or you are in the culture right there.
Yeah, it's very true because recently I've been traveling in Japan and the culture of their jiu-jitsu is very different from other places where I've been. So everyone would be responsible for help cleaning up the mats. They would do like a meditation at the end of the class.
Oh wow!
And they'd go around the whole room and they would say one thing that they've learned from today's lesson.
Oh, really? Wow.
It's just completely different.
I can try this many times because sometimes the different place in the world, different people's the blind. I cannot get this in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So you clean.
It's a difference.
That's why my mind says you can go slow, you can change people's mind, you can open more your arm, you can go. The people go slow. Now today, I can see the kids clean the mat, the kids go faster. Of course. Okay, it's my time. Kids fight. No, it's my time.
That's true.
This is amazing.
As a
You force the guy.
You
clean the toilet today.
But this is very related with the
This is the BJ.
Japanese culture aspect.
It's slow. You can slow. The community goes slow. Okay.
I know that's true. Like I think in Japan, I believe Japan still has emperor over there. In Japan, it still has that. If I'm not wrong, I think teachers is the only ones that don't need bow to the emperor in Japan because like they see teachers, professors culturally they say that they don't need bow to the emperor because our society is depends of pass through teachings.
But it was super nice because then everyone has ownership of the gym, and so everyone feels part of the team, and you feel like the team is giving something to me, and I give something back to the team, and this is part of
family.
It's cultural. It's different. That's the beauty of jiu-jitsu. You see some difference, but at the same time, the similarity is that when someone pays your God, try to choke you hard, no matter what, if they're part of the team or not.
Yeah.
In a good way, that's the.
Well, everyone's trying to smash me.
Oh,
With all the big guys, like this is like 3 weeks of eating.
He was a pancake.
You're a big guy now.
Yeah.
and then I guarantee after the class, probably they always ask you, hey, what do you at? Have you tried this? Have you tried that? Right?
So they were really nice.
So-
They told me where to go, what to try.
Yeah.
Where have I been so far in Japan? Super nice, super welcoming. Amazing.
So nice. That's one of my book list places. I've never been there. I wanna.
Beautiful.
Definitely get to try.
No, go there.
It's just the sitting around, just sitting in a circle and just asking.
Tokyo.
Yeah, this was in Osaka.
Osaka.
And they were asking every person, what have you taken away from this lesson? What have you learned? What are you kind of thankful for of this lesson?
Wow.
Obviously, I didn't understand any of it, but
Right.
you can just see kind of people being really humble and the professor kind of looking happy that each of his
Nice.
students has learned something, and then just helping to clean as well. It's just it's such a nice experience.
No forcing not
That's good.
Well, he didn't even say
No,
it.
that's fine.
When they finished and they knew exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
So, global consultant, where are you off to next?
Okay. What are we off next? Tuesday. Back to Germany.
Back to Germany.
Munich. Yeah. And then back over there in Germany, got over there.
So
Munich and then go
you're
to.
like halfway through your year's worth of consulting, roughly, right?
Another
Based
80
on
to go.
last year.
To do.
So for your if you did 140 something consulting,
I don't stop it.
Yeah,
I don't have no vacation.
You just
You're trying to
Hold
beat
back
your
range.
last year's record now.
So you did what, 160 last year?
140.
No, 140.
So are you doing 145 this year?
Might be even a little bit more than that. Because
So you're like
and then
roughly
last
halfway
year-
through the year.
yes, last year I was still in my transition because I was a head coach of the place that's called Octagon MMA. That's in Dallas, Texas. And then brought my student over there that took the 3 years of transition. His name is Rafael Lang. Competed very well, black belt, 3rd degree. And then, like, he's the head coach. So, with the owner of the gym, That's something is a very high excellence dentist that created some like pattern of technique exactly how to fix it. It's so very successful. Plus, he's 65 years old.
He's training by himself.
Yeah, he stayed. You were met him on the Grand Sale. Yes, he started jiu-jitsu when he was 45.
Oh wow!
Never too late.
Wow!
So that's
Ripe age.
Yeah, never too late to
made the gym just not because they make money, but to literally pass through people.
That's really nice.
What is jiu-jitsu about? He opened the gym in 2008.
Oh okay.
When I had previous coaches before, when he found about me, was 2012. And they make me offer to move to Dallas, Texas. And then from 2012 until literally some of the last year, I was the official head coach, and then brought my students the head coach. So he came and then I got unemployment in a good way. So that became more the global consult. So last year I was in that transition, I was able to make 140. This year has to be more because otherwise I don't pay my bills.
So you're literally all over the place for the rest of the year.
Yes.
Could be anywhere. How do people find where you're going to be?
So how do we get in contact with you?
Okay. One, you guys can feel free to email me, Instagram, Facebook.
On
Can
all
do
the
that,
social
can
media
leave it.
platforms?
Yes. And literally how I do those things a lot of times is the people contact me. A lot of times I'm still knocking the door, saying, tell me who am I? Say like, I make it like the first time that I came here to Hong Kong, I said, saying, look, I'm going to Hong Kong. You're like, what? Yeah, because I need some miles.
Yeah, miles. That's fine.
And then I figured out that going to Hong Kong was a good price. And then I remember I said, I'm still in Hong Kong because I didn't know if you were still training or not.
Yeah.
And I said, I hope that you're still training. And then if that would be okay, if you know some people, I can go visit.
Yep.
But at least, if you still live in Hong Kong, we can stop by, we can have a coffee, it would be nice to see you.
Yeah.
That really was that. So that works very well, like in terms of knocking the door. So I'm still doing that type of thing. I'm still putting my curriculum on the door.
Yeah.
I'm still doing.
You got to make yourself known, right? You
Yeah,
gotta
it's
expose yourself.
Exactly.
Get up.
so next one is gonna be
Germany.
I fly to Germany, but then I'm gonna from Germany go to Venice. Get over there, so I'm gonna be Italy to train a little bit. But my next appointment is already August 20 in Bergamo. That's near of Milan. That's in Italy. Clinic. Bergamo.
Oh, I have a friend who's just moved there. Very
That's
interesting.
it?
Yeah.
Small world.
Go together.
Yeah, it's a small little
Yeah, it's nearby Milan.
near Milan, right? Yeah.
And Bergamo is it's very nice because Bergamo is split by low Bergamo and high Bergamo. The middle of all city is in the top of the mountain. It's a little bit not that different of Hong Kong, that as you go up here, the things change, right?
Yeah.
As you go down, it's change. Bergamo over there is kind of like that way too. The high Bergamo, low Bergamo. But they're all the Asian castles and medieval city makes some way more logic. It's in the mountains because for safety area, right?
How we going time?
Yeah. Well, I think we've done a good 40 minutes. I think.
Yeah, 50. Yeah, it's pretty good.
So, Professor, you are able to go around, be a global consultant of martial art, and that's because I feel like personally it's because of your unique style of teaching and approach to Jiu Jitsu, and which is very different from Casey, what you saw today, right? It's very different from conventional Jiu Jitsu, where how other gyms were taught. Maybe some gyms, a lot of gyms is a technique of the day, that kind of thing. Some of them are more thematic. But Professor, your Jiu-Jitsu is very principle-based. It's human ergonomics and body positioning. So, but how do you come to this kind of perspective on Jiu-Jitsu? Like it's very different from what everyone else teaches.
I believe, that was a process of exactly when I adventured myself that when I left Brazil.
Oh wow, okay.
Even before that, I was start doing like consultancy, go teach some seminars in other places. And one of the first places was in Caracas, Venezuela, and then did speak Spanish. Today I speak Spanish, but that time just Portuguese, just maybe to understand. And the first challenge out of my comfort zone to teach my regular students, the ones that are already used with my class, everything, but a bunch of brand new people. So, and then through a concept approach was help them on the system they are already doing. Instead that I try to change the system they are doing, no, through the concept, as you said, in terms of be a human being. We have the same structure. Spine is here, shoulders, hips. It's the same structure. We move in the same structure with the same structure as a human being. So through the concept to have alignment in organize, help to maximize the efficiency of any technique that you do.
So it doesn't really matter how, like one philosophy of one gym versus another, the concepts apply to any.
As I said, that as long as that we don't live in the world, that we have a closet of different spines,
Right.
that let me take that spine here, I'm going to implement that spine here to play my bottom game. Now I'm going to change my spine to play my top game. As long as that you use one spine,
You have the same biology.
Yeah.
Amazing.
it's
The same biomechanics.
yeah, you just have to people recognize the angles in alignment and way to move your body in a scenarios that you're already doing other scenarios that can be implemented in that scenario as well that you feel more difficult.
Right.
So that coming up with traveling, teaching, different people, did always be able to verbalize as much that I used to verbalize probably in Brazil in my regular classes. So we use the Jiu Jistu language that demonstrate, feel, as you guys done today in the seminar, in the clinic. They are called clinic because it's exactly more narrow there. To feel the difference, you need to have your palm hands on the mat down here, to the knuckles here.
Yeah, this is very interesting.
Yeah.
That guides the direction, the arrow of your strength.
Yeah. I know you keep telling me that, and I didn't understand it until today. And one time, last time he came in, the people was playing AOJ, and was pointing to me that Rafa Mendes was walking across the mat like this, and not this, and he was pointing it out.
Oh.
And actually, we can see a lot of the influences of the same philosophy in manifesting different techniques.
Yeah.
But I think what Professor Octavio does very well is to go to that very concept of it that overarches all the techniques.
Yeah, and actually watching you take the clinic is I could just looking at everyone was super engaged. I think your personality and the way you deliver the information is very engaging to the audience. And I was just watching as a bystander, and everyone was just like, whoa, okay. And even I was from this to this, I was like, whoa, actually that makes a difference, and the hip placement. And actually, for someone who from the outside saw everyone from in the clinic, I would definitely recommend having Professor come over. Very detailed, very specific, and it's very open to questioning. It's not, this is what we're going to do, this is what I'm going to teach you. It was very open, very free for people to kind of explore the different techniques.
It applies to whatever your style.
Yeah.
That's an amazing thing.
And it's finding, I think you mentioned kind of finding what works for you and having kind of little different adjustments that fits your game. So I think that's really, definitely something that I
So you'll be in Venice, is that right? You fly to Germany and then Venice.
Yeah, Venice. Gonna be in
which gym actually? Which
over there is my, even like I'm not consulting them for quite a years now. He became one of my students that graduating as a black belt. His name is Emiliano Manfred, and it's the Jiu Jistu Squad Venezia.
Oh, okay.
Cada Venezia Jiu-Jitsu.
All our European
Yeah.
fans, probably
Yeah.
not many. If you're there, hit them up.
Yeah,
check out
take
the
advantage of it.
Venice is on, not Venice over there, Los Angeles. It's Venezia, Italy over there. It's one of the few gyms over there that you can go by boat.
And
Go up.
Wow, really?
Oh yes. Tell us. You get off of the gym sometimes you go on a boat.
Bergamot,
It's
if you're in
good.
Bergamot,
Yep.
check it out. I'll hit up my
Yes, sir.
friend.
Yeah.
I'll get them to
Please,
contact
yeah.
you.
Yes.
Last question, Giangelo, how did you meet Professor? You met Professor with
He was a kid.
They're so young.
super young.
I'm so young because this time I school a lot. Or I escaped the school for training BJJ. My mom's
Kids don't follow that, okay?
my mom's here. Because he's teaching and the time in Brazil is 4 p.m. It's the 4 p.m. Everybody's work, everybody's at school. Me and my friends escaped the school because the time is no full time because it's a little bit bad time in Brazil. Everybody's busy. It's so hot, man. Everybody's staying at the work, everybody's staying at the bed. And this guy opened this time. I have 4 p.m. training now for young people. I have many people from TV in Brazil, Kawa Raymond, many guys. The guys so famous in Brazil. The from favela train so hard. The guy have your mom assim, e no Rio, gente, okay. The guy 5 horas they follow Tererema. You train here now maybe every day. Say, no, it's so crazy because I use school. I look at my teacher and say, man, it's now. I jump on that. I jump on it.
Literally. Yeah.
Like Projeto Lorá, quando eu vi, I didn't know anything about it. Don't blame on me.
I don't clean my gi, my good. So my gi is always bad because my mommy don't see my gi.
Oh my gosh.
Pai, não, pai, igual this coach.
What's that smell, Jack?
This coach today.
Why you like your arm is like? Why are you injured? Why are you injured? It's like,
Because I got it there. I know, man. I talk my mind because I'm so young. I can see the opportunity.
How old you were at that time, I remember?
Maybe 11.
11,
Wow.
yes, yes.
My country, I'd say my country because my country is favela. Favela is so, of course, the favela is hard.
Yeah.
Still today is hard. But the past favela is so hard. This guy give you the chance, say, man, I got this chance. I know, because BJJ is so expensive. Tererê come grow so
Yeah, he
fast.
was very successful.
The blue belt is world champion. Man.
Wow.
The best absolute. Yeah.
but D'Angelo, how did you find out that Professor Octavio was having that slot? Basically, how did you find out?
Tererê, man.
Tererê, because when the Tererê-
It's not he's opened the door for me, for my friend. Tererê opened the door. Tererê maybe come and say, Ratinho. I mean, this guy's I think.
In front of the whole favela.
Sarah say Tererê.
So it's very interesting. So it's like you planted a seed and that grew by itself.
Yes, but let me be very honest. It seems that you're being like, oh man, you're so. It was was very.
An organic process, right?
Yes, exactly. Nothing was completely
Meditative.
Yeah, there was no plan for that.
But was in the terms of as a jiu-jitsu that you try to bring. How many times you try to bring some of your friends to train, right? And that's exactly
This guy,
right.
I said, come.
We always say that, and then there was the kids. The kids that they always insist.
That's beautiful.
And then,
I'm young, you know. I know my mind is so good saying you go this is save your life. I say, man, I go, of course I go, of course. I talk to my friends, I don't have a phone, I don't have a camera, because I don't have a picture a lot. My country, the favela is so high, I don't have. Maybe I go home, I have fun, and I give this phone. My mom is killing me. No, my master, give your master phone. You don't have money, you don't have fun. You don't have people, don't have video.
Right.
Yeah.
The place is amazing because people have money. It's so clean.
Right.
Coming
And,
from the
Almost an
yeah.
escape for you as well.
Wow. Wow.
And that's the same time.
expensive.
At the same time, the competition was exploded. That's the same time the Jiu Jitsu started to become more international. Because through the first UFC in 1993.
Yeah.
So you put all those ingredients,
So,
Yeah.
you know,
So cool.
but very in the cosmo way, you know, nothing exactly.
It happens because it happens.
That's
Yeah.
why I find it really beautiful how, I mean, it's really interesting how it kind of just branches out to like,
Wow, it's just like
different,
new
right?
Harry,
Exactly.
new Manon,
Oh, yeah,
it's D'Angelo,
so great,
Kaiki, and it's all come together in one academy.
for me, sometimes I talk Kaique this, I maybe have plan for Kaique. Kaique see the video. Because Kaique, man, Kaique is so old in the BJJ. Kaique same lineage
Yeah.
same time for Ratinho.
Oh my God, that's so
This Kaique
big
stopped
professors.
little bit for working the TV.
Yeah.
It's
His family TV, Kaique.
Yeah.
It's so good, Kaique so good at TV and teatro, como eu falo teatro?
Yeah,
Theater.
Yeah, Kaique
theater
is good
acting,
teatro at
yes.
TV, yeah, man. It's,
Yeah,
You
Kaique.
see, it's part of
It's go
Professor
stop
Kaique.
BJJ a little bit. In Brazil, you maybe train. You stop here maybe 6 months. You back. In Brazil, you stop BJJ 6 months. The guy don't care, man. You
Yeah.
go behind the line for every.
The Brazil, the Jiu-Jitsu time in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Brazil, it's like a speed of light. If you stop, boom, boom, someone's already.
You go back, maybe. Yeah. You 6 months, you back to the gym, you see, but Junior now, brown belt.
Oh yeah, chum.
The blue first truck. You maybe ask your master, say, why you don't change? What? I talk to like, what? You change the belt? He is going to change the belt. Change the belt. Go there, like, smash you today. I train everybody because you ask, show me you purple belt. Everybody. You want purple belt? No. Okay, train again. This guy is same time.
Oh, yeah,
No 5, maybe 5 strike now for 6 strike. This is so hard.
Oh,
This
it's
guy,
really
the Kaique is the best guy because it's too humble. Kaique, this is BJJ.
No, brother.
They don't care.
Excellence of
BJJ,
professors.
man. So good. Because Kaique is junior, Casson Gracie Junior, time.
Yeah.
Liborio time.
Yeah.
Kaique train. Kaique have a picture. Kaique train this guy, man.
Yeah.
So legend, Kaique. He's no care. Still humble. Is so good.
That's very
Kaique
true.
training, man. Train. Kaique got the many histories. The mind is so
Actually,
good.
Kaike's got a lot of stories.
Yeah.
Kaique have a nice.
You guys, for sure.
Yeah.
You guys should put it like in a podcast
We did
too.
one with him, but it was mainly based on kind of his ideas of kind of jiu-jitsu and how he's
Because
teaching
he's
jiu-jitsu.
talking the history.
That's
Kaique
good,
got
but
it.
you guys can put it like
yeah,
a-
but the-
Yeah.
for me,
Another like type of like in terms of
Yeah.
his.
He actually kills me with some of his stories. It's so funny.
Oh no, yes, yeah, he's it's great.
But we got to wrap it up. It's been a good hour podcast, guys. If you're ever interested in Professor Octavio's clinics, global consultation, hit him up on all the social medias. Thank you to Junior, Ollie, Manon, D'Angelo, Professor. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. This guy, very amazing clinics, super humble, super welcoming. Definitely recommend it. Anything else?
No, thank you to Manon.
Thank you, Manon, for organizing.
Doje.
CCR.
Until next time, guys.
Right?
Thank you so much.